Karl-Anthony Towns, 26 points, 15 rebounds in 30 minutes of playing time. 4 of the Knicks starters had at least 20, including Josh Hart, who had 20. And the Knicks took the lead in the early stages of the second quarter and never looked back, and winning tonight 114-104. Great to have you with us here. Bill Pito along with Wally Zerbeck, who called the game on ESPN New York, the radio broadcast. Knicks now 7-6, a whole lot different in the fourth quarter tonight than what we saw on Friday night. What was the difference?
You can see this team coming together. A big difference was the defense. When Jericho Sims was inserted into that game, he was outstanding. With his versatility and his mobility, he can switch every screen up top. He moved his feet, blocked Dennis Schroeder's shot, a small point guard that has quick feet. That was a great defense effort by Sims and company. And then how about 9 straight against your crosstown rival, Brooklyn Nets? How's that sound? That is domination. Took care of business at the world's most famous arena. Beat Brooklyn twice. You get above 500. That's a good win for this Knicks team when Brunson did not have a typical game.
He's the only starter that didn't get to 20. He only had 12 points, and it didn't matter. He had a double-digit effort in terms of assists. Brunson finished the game with 10 assists to go with the 12 points. Wally, take us through some of the highlights here.
Well, it was nice to have that guy back in the lineup. And how about OG Anunoby? Just the dunk-a-thon. He's getting like 4 or 5 dunks a game, it seems like, with the ball movement of this Knicks team. There's the big cat just doing his thing in the lane, just a dominant matchup over the smaller Brooklyn Nets. Jalen Brunson made a couple shots in the fourth quarter when he needed to, but he also trusted his teammates. And I think what's important when you have such a great closer and a guy like Jalen Brunson is you can't just stand around and watch him do it. You have to be aggressive, especially in the fourth quarter. Josh Hart made some big plays. Mikal Bridges knows how to make big shots. And Karl-Anthony Towns, I mean, that is just unfair. When a 7-footer has that kind of body control to get an and-one floater over a defender that's in good position. Oh, there's Jericho Sims just flying high, finishing strong. Outstanding team win by the Knicks. How about those 33 assists?
They have now had at least 30 assists, Wally, in 6 games. Last year they had at least 30 assists in 10 games, and we're only 13 games into the season. You see the difference in terms of points in the paint, and the Knicks shot 49% from the field. Here now with Karl-Anthony Towns. Karl, congratulations on the game. 26 and 15 for you in only 30 minutes of playing time. How were you able to be so dominant?
Just my teammates. My teammates put me in situations to succeed, and Cap obviously running the show. I think he did a great job commanding the game today, and when the double teams came to him, he made the right pass every single time.
You guys were much better in the fourth quarter tonight than you were Friday night when you gave up the big lead. What was the difference in this one?
Just playing defense. I think really, we got some stops when we needed to. We, they were hot from 3, so we made them miss some threes with our defense, and that really allowed us to protect the lead.
So you've now played in 12 of the 13 games. You guys are 7-6. How would you say your adjustment period is going in terms of fitting in with everybody? It seems like night in and night out, you're able to put forth an excellent performance.
I wish I could say I played all 13 games, but that's another story. So for me, I'm just really happy that I got the teammates I have, the coaching staff I have. They put us in positions every single night to win. So big shout out to my teammates, and big shout out to our coaching staff who put the work in, night out, to give us a chance to go out there and be great.
Karl, thanks for stopping by, and congratulations on a great game.
I appreciate it.
He is so likable, Wally. You can see how he fits in so easily and quickly. He's just such a likable guy.
He really is. And you knew that when he was coming from Minnesota. Everyone knew what a great guy he was. But this talent level is just, when you see it on a nightly basis, you really come to appreciate it.
He's so mobile. It's a mobility.
I mean, that is just leaving a smaller, really good defender, Dorian Finney-Smith, in his shoes and finishing. I mean, this is an array of buckets. There is no weakness to his game. It's all set up by that beautiful stroke that he has from deep. But the fact that he can put the ball on the floor, he's a great passer also, dominant rebounder. I mean, the most impressive stat, well, I don't know if it's a stat. There are 4 guys in the NBA for their careers that have averaged 22 and 11 that are playing actively. It is Jokic, Embiid, and Anthony Davis. So that's how good this guy is. Every night he is a double-double, 20 and 10 guy for his career. I mean, this is something that when you see it on a nightly basis, you come to appreciate the talent level that he has and why he was the #1 pick in the draft 9 years ago.
All right, let us now bring Alan Hahn in. He's on the court. Alan, it's almost like the guy's 7 feet, but he's like a guard in a 7-footer's body when you watch Cat play night after night now.
Yeah, and you also see a side of him, I think, that wasn't really it wasn't talked about nearly enough when he got here, which all we talked about was the fact that he could stretch the floor and shoot the three-point shot. What we don't talk about enough, I think, and Wally, you alluded to it, is just how big and strong he is and the dominance that he has in the paint. The Knicks had 50 points in the paint in this game. The Nets didn't have a shot blocker. They didn't have their center. Nick Claxton was out for yet another game. He had nobody near him, nobody in his stratosphere when it comes to size and strength. And he did exactly what he should do, get in the paint and get it dirty and play in the paint and make them try to guard him, which they couldn't do. I'm surprised he didn't get to the free throw line more because there was a lot of physicality. But when you see his numbers, 26, 15, and 6, a block, a steal, I mean, he was absolutely all over this game. If it wasn't for some of the early fouls, he might have gone for bigger numbers because he definitely would have played a lot more.
Alan, we've all been talking about the importance of getting production off the bench. Cameron Payne has been really good since he came back from that injury. How important has his contributions been off that bench?
Well, he's exactly what we're seeing out of him these last couple of games now since he's been back from the injury is why they signed him. The whole point of when Jalen Brunson goes to the bench, you need somebody at the guard position that can still kind of run an offense, that it's a veteran experienced enough to run an offense, and yet also can get you scoring so that it is something that you can live without having Jalen Brunson on the floor for a stretch. He had 6 assists as well as knocking down those 3 threes. So that's certainly a part of the game that they love from him. Experience, the guy has been there, he's played in NBA Finals. This has been his role for most of his career. He can get you offense, and so it allows Tom Thibodeau to leave Jalen Brunson on the bench. We saw it a couple of games ago, if you remember. He was playing so well when the Knicks made that 17-0 run to get back in the game against Chicago that Jalen Brunson didn't get back in that game until 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter because Payne had been playing so well.